welcome to this new episode. And today it's a great episode. We're gonna talk about ecstatic dance with my very good friend and DJ, Shay. How are you, Shay?
Good. Good to be here. Thank you for hosting me.
Very nice.
How are you?
Very good. So I gotta say that ecstatic dance is one of my favorite activities in Koh Phangan.
Yes.
You know, I started about like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
And the first time I did it was just a physical activity. I couldn't really connect with the music. I just wanted to go and move and move and move and move. And then the magic happened. And now I just go into the flow so much and I love every beat. So, how did you get into ecstatic dance? Because, you know, DJs usually they play big raves, etc., and club music, but you love ecstatic dance, right?
Yes. This is my main thing here in the island. This is the thing that I create and I play and I'm organizing. Actually, I came back to Koh Phangan. I was coming back and forth from 2010 and came back here steady from 2012 with small breaks in the middle, India, New Zealand. And all the time dealt with music from a very early age. Actually, it started in college.
Mm-hmm.
I was learning cinema schools, cinema university.
Oh, that's what you did, yeah? Oh, that's very cool. Okay.
But I went to a path of more sound and music in this.
Mm-hmm.
And we had an alternative radio station in the college, like kind of BBC 6, very different kind of music. It was a college radio, but a very, very good one and quite famous in Israel back in the days. And I started to be involved in the radio. My first program in the radio was in 3 a.m. and slowly developed until I had my own radio program there. And then after I finished my studying in the university, I moved and worked in a big commercial radio station in Israel.
So cool.
And from there in a big record label for many years. So
Wow.
this was the beginning. Yeah.
I didn't know that about you at all.
All the time music. While I was working in the radio, I learned a bit of sound and started to DJ, beginning in clubs, small places in Tel Aviv, bars. Then a bit to clubs and mostly in the rave scene in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
After so many years playing more psytrance, it's very common in Israel, and electronic in big raves out in the bush. And then weddings and bars and big clubs while working. It was the fast life, living in Tel Aviv, nightlife, craziness. And then I started traveling in Asia with my ex-girlfriend. After almost 2 years, we stopped here in Koh Phangan. We fell in love. We stayed. And I've been introduced here to a thing called 5 Rhythms.
Sure.
Of Gabriela Ruth. It was an amazing guy that doing it here. He was originally also from the States, from Hawaii. That it came from there, Hawaii, California. And he told me about ecstatic dance, that it's happening in California and Hawaii, and it's kind of a small lineage, how you say it, a small part from 5 Rhythm and a bit more. It's a different form of dance, free movement dance movement I call it. And when I experienced the 5 Rhythms, the workshop with him, I felt blessed. Like in a bliss moment of like, wow. And I have the connection of DJing and sound, and I said, let's try to bring the ecstatic dance here.
Perfect.
And I worked with him the first few times I did ecstatic dance. He guided me. He was facilitator of 5 Rhythms. I brought the music, and we created this kind of form called ecstatic dance. That it was already there, but more to Koh Phangan vibes, I call it.
Very
a little
nice.
bit different, but with still the guidelines of ecstatic dance. And this was 2014, I think, 13, when we started it here in a small yoga shala that does not exist. It's called Gaia.
Oh, indeed, I was there for sure.
In Bowie Beach. In the beginning, it was 20 people, 15 came.
I was one of them for sure.
I was playing music, a bit of guidelines, meditation in the beginning, finished with sound healing, sound bath, until it became bigger and bigger. Then pyramids started, then jarans, and then after a few years we came to ecstatic dance of over 200, 300 people every week that coming and dancing here in this small community island. It's not obvious, and it's amazing what's happening here.
Everybody is more or less familiar with the clubbing scene at home. And some people might have heard of like Five Rhythms and Ecstatic Dance, but how can you explain to somebody who hasn't tried Ecstatic Dance the differences between dancing in a club versus the magic and the bliss of ecstatic?
Yeah, there is magic in all.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Sure.
You can really, through movement and music and good journey, open the gate of consciousness, for sure.
Sure.
And I had moments while I was a dancer to other sets of DJs, friend DJs, Sandesh, and that I was in completely bliss. I'm talking about it now. I had goosebumps. I was like tripping on music and movement. This is amazing what's happening here. People dancing together as a community for the dance itself without any judgment to each other, but really letting go and coming and dancing. Kind of a party and a ritual. And this is the big kind of difference from the club scene. I don't know, for me it's felt a lot in the club scene, people coming, dancing, looking at the DJ with a glass of beer and waiting for the next drop and checking if he's doing a good mix, and not really dancing, just kind of, it's more social thing and mostly doing a lot of drugs just to forget about the week and what happened.
Yeah.
And in ecstatic dance, I feel that people coming to dance together as a community, first to look at each other's eyes,
Sure.
to connect.
Sure.
And to connect from a very clean way. I believe, from my experience after many years, and did a lot of this, that we can get there by ourselves. If it's meditation, if it's practice, also dancing, it's meditation, also swimming, and also washing dishes. It's to be present in the movement and with the music. And of course, the music is helping this in this moment. And this is the magic that's happening in ecstatic dance or in a good sound healing session.
Sure.
And in a club, it feels that there is a lot of lightning and a lot of art. That it's amazing, a lot of stimulating things. And ecstatic dance is just, we say all the time, come as you are, like come clean. And let's dance clean.
That's the difference, I think, because if you haven't tried ecstatic dance, the format is very different. First of all, it is held in a yoga school, which is a starter. Secondly, people are conscious, which means there's no alcohol or drugs on the dance floor. People don't wear shoes. And the energy, in my opinion, at ecstatic is very different from the energy that you see in other places. Because in some places you see these people are really taking so many drugs and almost nihilistically self-destructing in a way, because and going on and on and on with it. Whilst ecstatic is more a bunch of souls coming together, being present, moving with the music and creating a lot of energy, which is much cleaner, much higher, much more beautiful, organic and whole compared to the energy you find in a club scene, in my opinion. Yeah.
For sure.
And I also done lots of clubs back in the days when I was in London, in Italy, etc. But and also, you start either in the morning, and in a pyramid there is a morning session, or you start like 6, 7 p.m. and it's over by 10:30. Yeah. So it's also a good, healthy way of having a dance, having a move, and for me, in a more yogic lifestyle, going to bed at 11 and being able to be up at 7 in the morning again. Whereas, if I go to clubbing, it's like, it's like.
For me, even personally, I'm still playing in regular parties, and I've been not long ago in Bangkok, played in a club. It's a challenge lately to stay all night long, play a set, a lot of alcohol around. I don't feel the people. people are completely out, they are mostly drinking, they are not with you. They are not in the same energy. I love it in ecstatic. First, if people are looking at me and I'm looking, I see them and I can feel what's going on. And even more, in pyramid, it's nice because it's a round structure, for example, and I noticed that when people are dancing, they are not looking at me. They are mixing with themselves. They are dancing at the moment. They are not looking at the DJ. What is the next song? They are completely in the dance, in the movement,
in the
and
flow.
Each song that's coming, it doesn't matter which genre it's now. If it's a house, or if it's Latin or Afrobeat, it's to connect and really to dance it out. And all the time we're saying when we guide, we are not in a club. It's like not dancing like machines. It's like just move, close the eyes, feel the music, move. You feel that you don't want to move, take a step back, sit, relax, listen, connect. And yeah, it's nice. And not using also, we just didn't mention, there is few guidelines or rules, we can call it in ecstatic dance, that we're trying also not to use cellular phone, no pictures.
No talking.
Not talking, it's a non-verbal space. To be really in the dance. And I think it's kind of, these rules are helping us to build this container and to create this magic. It's really...
You know, the pyramid Sunday morning ecstatic dance is referred to in Koh Phangan as church. So literally, so people are going there, you know, in order to spiritually connect with others and themselves. And you know that I'm very much into spirituality, and I love any kind of practice that makes my soul grow, that makes me feel alive at a very deep level. And ecstatic dance is one of the things that does it for me, because first of all, from a yogic perspective, it's more the female energy of unstructured dance, so there is no techniques, you can just move as you like. And if you let go and really connect with the music, you'll see your body will almost start moving on an automatic mode, you know? So you are present, or you are, you know, like connected, but then the body is a different element compared to your soul, and you almost feel it, you know? And that's wonderful. And then, you know, there's a bunch of people that are always there. So we have a community within the community, if you want. Because, you know, I'm one of them for sure, but they're going to be like a 70% of people that come back every Sunday and every Friday.
For sure. And what I'm saying, from these people that are coming every week, I call it in Hebrew, it's a material that you can walk with and build something. I know it sounds kind of like wow, but I'm saying even when we are connecting in the dance floor with our eyes, smile, dancing together, movement, contact dance, and then we are taking this energy out when you're driving on a motorbike in the island and helping to each other, giving a smile, greeting each other. It's unity, it's not separation. While I'm dancing in a club, and you know, he's looking better, he have a nice shirt, he's dancing better, there is no better.
Absolutely.
We are all here in the same planet, in the same island, in the same city. And to take this seed of energy of community, dance community, because community it's a very wide frame, but to take this energy a little bit outside on our daily life, how we connect with each other, what I see in the dance floor in ecstatic dance, I want to bring it out. And this is one of my biggest goals. To take this energy of the dance floor, accept the fun, super nice and magic and goosebumps, but to our daily life connection of helping each other, of being here in the same spot, of taking care of the environment, taking care of ourselves.
And let's talk music now, because that's obviously very important. You're a DJ. So ecstatic dance, the music is a little bit different, slightly different compared to the club music usually. Right? It tends to be a little bit more melodical and slow to start with, and then you have some higher beats. What is your favorite music for ecstatic?
It's not about the genre, the musical genre, it's about the journey. So we're trying to build a journey made of few waves, we call it in ecstatic dance.
I like that.
I'm talking with Hebrew. Like we're coming to a wave of, we're coming up to a peak of ecstasy, of
Where
trance.
it's a bit faster maybe?
Yeah, faster, the BPM is faster, the rhythm mostly is faster. It's not like rule. And then again, going a bit down, it's not the same melody and the same beat as you will hear in a house, melodic house party or tech house party. Again, not in a way of judgment. I'm playing also in house parties, but this is, and I'm trying all the time to break it. The idea, for my opinion, is to break and to play between different rhythms and different keys and different genres to stimulate something in you, also not to be in the same form of dance.
Yeah, monotonous.
Monotony, to move different, and also to open here something. I came originally from a very alternative radio in Israel that I broadcast, and the idea was, in a way, to open up people to different kind of music.
One of the great things you've done recently with the Jarans Friday evening is that you created some sort of a tier of experiences with the content improv first, then ecstatic dance, and then the sound healing at the end. So that was a great concept you came up with recently, and I think it's been very successful. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, and if there's any other like plans of thinking that you're having for ecstatic? So
yeah, we are trying all the time to experience more and to open it more, and also to evolve, because it's not to stay on spot. So in the past we tried to start it with a yoga class, and after a bit of guided meditation, and then opening circle and ecstatic dance, sound healing. We found after a while that contact dance, a different kind of form of dance, will be a bit better. We tried in the past a bit of theater. I'm personally connected a lot to contact dance. I think it's beautiful, and it's opening up people. After a good class and a jam of contact dance, people coming more open to ecstatic dance. It's not easy to tell to people you have a container of 2-3 hours of ecstatic dance. Come, opening circle, music, start to dance. It's like, you know, people need some time.
People can do it, but it's true, it's a lot better to warm up and open up.
Especially people that coming for first time ecstatic dance, and it's a different music, different people, and different crowd, what they used to sometimes. So it's nice to start it with contact. It's releasing, it's warming up the body.
Contact improv,
and then we're finishing mostly with the sound bath. I don't call it sound healing, because sound healing, it's personal, it's therapeutic, it's one-on-one mostly session. It's a sound bath. We're bringing amazing musicians from the island. We are lucky to have here amazing,
like Akari, for instance.
Akari,
she's been interviewed as well.
and Hernan, and Alice Rose, and amazing, and Niraj, and a lot of friends. And I feel that after a lot of ecstatic dance, a lot of peaks, people are completely sweating their prayers, we're saying. It's a good landing to have a sound bath. And then we find most of the people on the dance floor just in Shavasana, chilling. About future plans, wow, I have a lot of ideas. All the time, like, I have a lot of ideas. I want to combine a little bit more with live art, because I'm coming from this world. But it's again taking it a little bit out of the structure that I call it ecstatic dance. So maybe to call it in a different name, to do once in a while monthly event, and to expand it a bit more
with art,
with live art. I can say here the ideas, but I want to keep it a bit of like
okay.
The dance itself, I want to keep it like this, maybe to expand it a bit, few more hours, maybe to take Jarans also to the daytime once in a while, although we're feeling very comfortable with the evening, early evening.
Friday evening is my favorite. It's my favorite ecstatic, I'll say.
The first line here, and we have amazing house in Jarans with Kane and the team. I would love to take it actually to the nature, to do it in the bush. barefoot, in the bush ecstatic dance, amazing jungle here.
Plenty of jungle in Koh Phangan.
We can do it.
On the beach? Can we do it on the beach?
Beach is possible. We did it one time with Let's Sync, with silent disco. It was possible. I still a bit old school. I love to hear the bass in my belly and to feel the speakers.
Thank you very much for this little chat, and I see you on Sunday morning.
And Friday evening. Thank you.